Hello. If we could all take our seats, we're going to start in a minute. I need light here. I'm good. Tansya. Linda Ballantyne desnikasun. Missä paistiko kostje? Kena naskmit naoga kena ute peitettieg. Good evening. My name's Linda Ballantyne, and I want to welcome all of you on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Frontier School Division. I would like to begin by acknowledging the land that we are on. I'd like to acknowledge that Frontier School Division is on the treaty territories of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10, and the ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, the Cree, Dakota, Dene, Oji-Cree peoples, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. This evening, we are gathering on Treaty 1 territory. I am very pleased to invite Stella Neff from the Grand Rapids School Committee to open our conference in a good way. Stella, I want to give you this tobacco, and thank you for saying the opening for our conference.
Okay. How many weeks ago? It is very good to be grateful and to give thanks for the life that we live and the things that are gifted us. 75 years ago, I started school, and it wasn't like this at all. I was strapped every day for speaking my language, and so were my brothers and sisters. And there was only 23 students in school. Today I heard there's 447 students in Grand Rapids School. Because we had 23 that were left in the community because the rest were taken away to residential school. That's what happened in our community. So I'm going to say in our language the welcoming opening and then the blessing for our food. Haugise madunu tawinan. Kinanas kumit nanus kigisigaw e wapas tama ke minua ya ke minutagusina. E wap ma ko kino tagaya at sig yatus kata ke kiskino magiun. E nanas ko mo akmando ni nane wapas tamak. Mistegi pegitimagyak ni nane sa kiskino magoyak. So wenta minawan ni michi minana nuskagis katipskag tamenuskag wak Excussia steta nuhtika teetsiga wassag andusanenno agutaski. Kittimaagen navigisto mandu egotevistetta wapattahigmiitsim. Sawentane miitsimina minuskaag waake guminasawene migagip minotiguahug. Taminuskaag waak miitsimina naskum waak ninane wapattamak agumaisis wapattamak mandu. Agumagambinda ane naskum wani emian kigusisane sewinuinek. How? Yeguse. Amen.
Thank you, Stella. And thank you, Dave. Before we begin our meal, we have a few introductions we would like to make. And I'd like to begin with our board. With us tonight, and I would ask them to stand, from Area 1, we have Hilbert Mosians from Waboden. From Area 2, nope, sorry, he's not here. From Area 3, Mark Imrie from Falcon Lake and Tanya Friesen from Bassett. Area 4, Marion Pearson from Cranberry Portage. Marion is the vice chair of the board. And also from Area 4, we have Donna Calvert from Sheridan. From Area 5, Norway House, we have Charlene Troop. Sending their regrets, Graham Montgomery from South Indian Lake, which is in Area 1. Also sending his regrets from my area, from Area 2, is my fellow trustee Howard Sanderson. He's from Rockridge, which is a sub-ward of Waterhen. And also sending his regrets is Mike Muswagon from Norway House. So we're very pleased that you're with us to celebrate the official opening of the 46th Annual School Committee Conference. I take great pleasure in now introducing some of our honored guests. We're very fortunate to have a long list of guests joining us, and I would ask that you hold your applause until I've welcomed everyone to honor them all equally. So please welcome. I will maybe just say their names, and I'm not sure if everyone showed up yet. Okay? So this is who's supposed to be here. So Grand Chief Cairo Wilson, Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs. Grand Chief Garrison Settee, Manitoba Kiwetnuko Gimakanak. Grand Chief Elwood Zastri, Swampy Cree Tribal Council. Chief Lawrence Latander, Dauphin River First Nation. Chief Heidi Cook, Mispice Cree Nation. Chief Shirley Ducharme, Opipinapiwin Cree Nation. Vice Chief Oliver Ducharme, Opipinapiwin Cree Nation. Cindy McKay, Councillor, Pine Creek First Nation. Derek Latander, Councillor, Dauphin River First Nation. Vivian Scott, Councillor, Pimitsigamak. It was on my tongue. Pimitsigamak Cree Nation. Dave Swanson, Councillor, Norway House Cree Nation. Loretta Ross, Treaty Commissioner, Treaty Relations Commission. The Honorable Tracy Schmidt, Minister of Education and Early Childhood Learning. Ian Bushy, Minister of Municipal and Northern Relations, MLA Kiwetinook. Honorable Mike Moyes, Minister of Environment and Climate Change. Amanda Laughlin, MLA the Kamisak. We also want to introduce our very own Jackie Connell. Jackie, you can stand. She's the Assistant Deputy Minister of Indigenous Excellence in Education. Also with us is Joan Ledoux, the Provincial Education Minister for the Manitoba Métis Federation, and David Boudin, the Associate Minister of Education, Manitoba Métis Federation. From the Mallard Community Council, we have Councillor Phyllis Woodhouse, Sherry Herrera, the councillor from the town of Gillam, Natalie Major, our president of the Frontier Teachers Association. From the University of Winnipeg, the Faculty of Education, we have Dr. Lorianne Helston, Dr. Sherry Lynn Skwarchuk, Dr. Paul Betts, Mark Cully, Ken Reimer. From the University of Manitoba, Faculty of Education, we have Dr. Jan Stewart, Dr. Marty Ford, Colin Kelly, Vice President for the Manitoba Institute of Trades and Technology, the Executive Director for the Manitoba Association of School Superintendents, Barb Isaac. From the Manitoba School Boards Association, we have Alan Campbell, President, Sandra Lethbridge, Vice President, Leah Clausen, Vice President, Cheryl Smukowicz? Is she here? Am I ruining her name in front of her? Welcome, Cheryl. Region 5 Director. Anne Evangelista, Region 6 Director. Josh Watt, Executive Director. Morgan Whiteway, also from MSBA, and Elizabeth Mitchell. Joining us are our very dear friends, Kevin Van Camp, past Chief Superintendent, and his beautiful wife. Reg Clausen, our past Chief Superintendent, and his wife, beautiful wife. Karen Weeb, founder from TJ's Gifts. From Frontier School Division, we have our Chief Superintendent, Tyson McGilvery, and Paul Critchley, our Secretary Treasurer. Oh yeah, there he is. For our area superintendents, we have Don McCaskill, Area 1. I think these people are waving, I'm not sure, I can't see. Robert Chartrand, Area 2. Tammy Brandt, Area 3. Darren Kinden, Area 4. Candace Wilson, Area 5. Rena Whitford, our Assistant Superintendent Designate for Indigenous Way of Life. Erica Hildebrand, Assistant Superintendent, Academic Programs and Instruction. Megan Clements De Silva, our Assistant Superintendent, Student Services and Wellness. Bradley Hampson, Assistant Superintendent, Technology. Brent Johnson, Assistant Superintendent, Senior Years and Career Studies. I would also like to acknowledge and welcome all of the staff in attendance. We have with us school administrators and staff from all 5 areas of the division. We also have our conference planning committee, without whom none of this would be possible. The Frontier School Division and our school committees appreciate all of the work that you do, all of the work that our special guests do to support students and communities across the division. Please join me in showing our appreciation. It's my great pleasure. I call upon the Honorable Tracy Schmidt, Minister of Education and Early Childhood Learning, to bring greetings.
Hello, everybody. I have a question. Is there anyone here that was not introduced during that introduction? Probably not many. And I mean that with all due respect. I think it's because we are in a room of so many incredible, hardworking, dedicated leaders like yourselves. So thank you very much. Thank you also to Elder Stella for starting us off in a good way with the prayer and the blessing, but also in centering us and sharing with us your story about your experience with the residential school system. And it's obviously something that I know that you all reflect on a daily and ongoing basis, but it's something that I think about in taking on the role that I'm so lucky and so humble to have taken on as the Minister of Education and Early Childhood Learning for the province of Manitoba. So thank you very much for centering us in that truth. And I think that the work that the Frontier School Division is just so incredibly powerful in that we are righting that wrong, that historic wrong, right? And the work that you folks do in Frontier and in your schools every single day is really reconciliation in action. So thank you so very much. It's really a pleasure to be here and bring greetings on behalf of our team, on behalf of our Premier. Very pleased to be here with my colleagues, Minister Bushy, Minister of Natural Resources and Indigenous Futures, which is in and of itself historic, right? That ministry has never existed before. And I think it speaks a lot to our government's values and also to Minister Bushy's leadership. I know it's not his first time here, and he's represented communities in the north for some time and very effectively. So I'm very pleased to be here with him, and also with the Minister of Environment and Climate Change, who I know works very closely with Minister Bushy, and who himself is an educator prior to being elected. We have many educators in our caucus. I think about a quarter, almost a third of our caucus were educators prior to getting elected. So education is near and dear to many of our hearts and is really a primary focus of our government. So welcome to Treaty 1 territory. I know many of you traveled from all over, from many different territories. So welcome here to Treaty 1 territory, where we are today and where I had the pleasure of growing up in the community that I represent. Thank you very much to the board, the senior administration for having us here, for hosting this, what is really a community gathering. And it's my honor to be part of recognizing and honoring and celebrating the work of the students and the school committee members and the community and the staff from the Frontier School Division. And it's really your community-based approach that has brought us together here tonight. And I want to uplift all of you for your belief in the unique gifts of all children and your hard work and heart work to ensure that these gifts are honored, cared for, protected, and loved. Every time I'm in a room full of educators, I am reminded of the passion and the dedication that you all have for educating the next generation of Manitobans. It's something I relate to on a personal level. As I mentioned, many of our government caucus are educators. I myself am not one of them. But I was raised by two educators. My parents were public school teachers their whole careers. I say were, they really are teachers, as many of you know, the educators in the room. It's one of those professions that's not just a profession, it's really a calling and it's your life's work. So again, I'm not an educator myself. I have the benefit of having many great educators and colleagues to rely upon. But I did grow up, my parents taught in Winnipeg School Division, and they taught at many of the most underserved schools in Winnipeg's core area. So I grew up around the dinner table hearing about the challenges they had as educators, the challenges, most importantly, that their students were facing. And so it's something that, like I said, I grew up with hearing about around the dinner table, and something I'm very passionate about. I very much look forward to hearing and celebrating the award winners tonight. I want you to all know how committed our government is to working with educators just like you in our province and to learn from you, really. Someone said to me earlier when I got here what an honor it was that I was here, but I really truly feel that it is my honor and my privilege to be here in a room full of experts like yourselves. And I'm somewhat new to this role, but I'm very much looking forward. I've had an opportunity to meet with the senior administration, Tyson, with the board. I've learned a lot. I have a lot more to learn. I'm really excited. Me and Tyson were just talking about how we've got a tour planned for September. I'm very, very lucky that Tyson's going to tour us around northern Manitoba and visit hopefully many of your schools. Hopefully I can get to know some of you a little bit better then. Some of the ways that our government is partnering with you folks in the good work that you do, something I like to highlight and would love to actually hear if we have time tonight to mingle with some of you folks, is about the Universal Nutrition Program that our government introduced. I know that there's many great community organizations that were providing, and I know that many of you in this room were active in providing meals for your students prior to the government's program. We thank you for that work, but we're here to partner with you and invest in that work with our $30 million nutrition program. We know that kids, all the curriculum, all of the best teachers, all of that is for naught if kids are showing up to school on an empty stomach. So that's just one way we're partnering with you. We've also had a really great, I think, legislative session. We've introduced some really important bills in the House to, again, partner with you in the work that you're doing. One of the bills that we've put forward is to introduce Indigenous language immersion programs here in Manitoba. So, yeah, thank you. I think it deserves a round of applause. It's long overdue. And it's really reconciliation and action, as I mentioned earlier, right? In the very place where at one point Indigenous students were banned from speaking their own languages, were punished for speaking their own languages, we're going to be returning those immersion programs here in Manitoba. And again, I know many of your schools are offering language programs, and that's excellent. We want to support you in that work, and we want to make sure that the government's there and the policies are there to support that work and to revitalize those languages back into our schools. I have a whole bunch of more notes here and a whole bunch of more things to brag about that our government's doing, but I know you didn't come here to listen to me talk, so I'm going to wrap up. I just want to say thank you so very much to Frontier School Division, to the board, to the senior administration for having us. Thank you to all of the educators in the room. Thank you to the department staff that came out here tonight. There's a few department staff from the Department of Education, and she was already mentioned, but I would be remiss not to mention her again, the Assistant Deputy Minister for Indigenous Excellence for the province of Manitoba, Jackie Connell. Your leadership and what I've learned from you already in this short time is so valuable to me, and I'm so very grateful for the opportunity to work with you, and I know that I'm speaking probably on behalf of many people in this room. So thank you very, very much. It's my pleasure and honor to be here, and again, I look forward to getting to know all of you a bit better and learning from you as we go forward. So thank you very much. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you, Minister. Wish I could do that with my notes. I'm going to now briefly review the activities that will take place this evening. In a few minutes, we're going to have the introduction and the opening of the juried art show. The art show will be available for viewing until conference closing. You'll no doubt be impressed with our students' artistic abilities, so please take a few minutes to check out the artwork over the next few days. Dinner will be served shortly. Then at 7, we'll open the Frontier Achievement Award, or we'll present the Frontier Achievement Award. This year we have 2 recipients to honor. And at 7:30, we're pleased to present Frontier's Got Talent. And now at this time, I'm going to ask Tammy Brandt, Area 3 Superintendent, to introduce the juried art show. One of Tammy's responsibilities is the fine arts program. Thank you, Tammy, and where are we gonna cut it? We're gonna cut it. I'll just ask the trustees if they could just join me on the side.
Thank you for that welcome, and a huge thank you to our Board of Trustees for your ongoing support of the Fine Arts program within Frontier School Division. Most importantly, thank you to our students. Some of them you will have a chance to meet later this evening. I am beyond grateful for the beautiful artwork that they have shared with us. You will see artwork displayed on the boards, the tables, but also at the back of the room, there is a mini theater set up for the digital submissions that have been received. Thank you to the teachers and school staff for nurturing the talents of our students. A special thank you to our judges for this year. Joining us this evening, Hans Arnold, Shauna Grappentine, Doug Ferguson, and Carrie Parnell. And Carrie joined us from the Graffiti Art Gallery, which is where many of these pieces will be displayed following this year's annual school committee conference. We have over 170 submissions to share with you, and we're already looking forward to minor changes for next year to involve more students and more categories. And with that, I'm going to find the ribbon and the scissors.